Alright, back out in the garage. Got the carburetor for the ZA cleaned up. Back out there. You know, I think last night when I was filming, I noticed we had this hole in this phenolic Ventura. Over there in the corner, second or third box down, is just a box full of water pumps and carburetors and stuff. I'm digging around in there. I found this brass Ventura. It went through the sandblaster, so it's all cleaned up. Blast the underside of that, blast the inside of that. Use a little bit of that, a little bit of that, blow it all out. Everything's good. I did get that fitting off of the fuel line stuff they had. So it's basically ready to go back together. So I think what I'm going to do is put you over here. See how this works out. Let's see. Yeah, put you down like that. And point you down like that. See how this works out. And roll this around so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, that should work. I'm not going to get it all the way done because I'm not going to be able to show you all of it because the gasket's missing off the bottom of the main needle and seat. Probably can't see it, but well, there in the window there's a purple bucket. Right, let's see. Right there, there's a purple bucket. In that purple bucket, there's a couple. Has an empty peanut can and maybe a peanut butter jar or something. I don't know. That's got carburetor leftover parts and stuff. I got to move all this. I'm gonna move the table saw on the sandblaster out of the way to get back in there, so that I can get. See if I can. Hopefully I've got a one of those things. Yeah, gasket for that. If I don't, oh well. All right, so there's the fuel float. Oh, I can't do that yet. This gotta go in first. Let's see. That goes in. That goes on. Now, oh. Yeah, we can do all that. That goes in there. Pin goes through. Come on, pin. You know you want to. Well, line it up to me. Alright, so there's that. Go ahead and take this side. Set it down like that. Just turn the whole thing over. Big hands helps. Put screws in. If you want a better carburetor rebuild video, there's a lot of guys out there that do it better than I do. I guarantee you. Guy up in Minnesota, Kenny Kizzle. He, I don't know what all he does for a real living job kind of thing, but anyway, he works part-time for Rudy's Magneto Repair. Do a googly search for Rudy's. Everything I've seen, Rudy does really good work. Watching the videos from what Kenny's doing working for Rudy, they do good work. Anyway, Kenny's done some videos, mainly international stuff. But anyway, he does a much better job. Of course, they actually sandblast them all down. But, like I said, when I took this thing off, I'm not planning on fixing and painting the tractor anytime soon. I think, you know, I think they look better with a little bit of patina. So there's the fuel drain. At some point I may need to try and find a new one of those because the or figure out how to reattach the handle to the stem because it just spins loose. But we'll put that back in. Yeah, not going to be able, like I say, not going to be able to completely get it back together on this video because of a couple things. Number one, I need to find a gasket for the main jet. The other thing is there's no throttle shaft in it because when I was, I'll take you off here. Let's walk over to the bench. Let's take this. Let's just take this with us. You heard the bench. So here's my vise. This is the throttle shaft. Well, this is the throttle shaft, and this is the throttle arm. The arm was loose on the shaft because basically it's just a brass rod, round brass rod with two flat spots that comes up through a hole in the arm that's the same shape that's just mashed down, and you know, over time it had vibrated, come loose, whatever. I have taken a center punch and punched out the center and then taken a hammer and kind of peened it back over, but there's not a lot of brass left. It looked like it had been worked on a couple times before. I'm just concerned that this might not hold up, so I'm holding off on putting that back in. I got a phone call and a message into my carburetor guy to see if I need to break out the wax, or not the wax, flux, the soldering flux, and try to solder it, or if I need, or if I'm just going to maybe mix up a little batch of JB Weld or something and try and glue that thing on there a little better. But anyhow, right there. Oh, right there it is, carburetor for the ZA. About 87% ready to go back on. So I gotta dig through my pile of carburetor kit leftovers, see if I got a gasket for the main needle and seat, and then hopefully hear back something from my carburetor guy on what to do with that throttle shaft over there, and we'll finish getting it together. I don't know, I may just say good enough for now and put it all back together and hang it on the tractor. Get the temporary fuel tank on there. Hopefully I got a little go juice, maybe. What's this game? Ugh. Not much, being maybe enough to see if it'll fire anyway. But that's my plan right now, is to see if I can find parts to finish that. If I don't hear back on the throttle shaft, we'll just stick the thing back together and call it good enough for now. There maybe when I dig back into there, there might be another throttle shaft in there as well that's the same as that one that's not loose. But anyway, that's where we're at on the 1951 ZA carburetor. I'll be back.